going on, guys? Junior's Fishing Company. Another inline video. So I was taking out all of these chatterbaits and jigs and stuff that I bought, and I just did a video on two of the Northland skirts that I got, and I got these two skirts off Z-Man chatterbaits. This is Fire Craw. This is from a Fire Craw original chatterbait, and then this is from a Freedom chatterbait, I think bluegill pattern, and I thought they match really well. There's a little brown in this one, there's no brown in that, but I kind of like that little bit of brown, so I just thought I'll make a inline based off of this. So I've got some .040 stainless steel wire, and I'm going to first put on, this is a number 5 Regal finish gold blade from Lure Parts Online, and you can see that this one it's like stamped. I think there's a specific name they use. I'll look it up. But I'm going with a bigger blade. Usually on a smaller one like this I would go with like a number 4. This is a 5, but I kind of want a bigger blade on this one. So I'm going to feed my blade on. Then I've got a 5/32 gold bead, and I'm going to go with a red weight. This is 3/8 ounce. I almost went down to a quarter, but I really like how well these cast, the 3/8 ounce, because you can launch these things. I usually fish these on a spinning reel, and you can just absolutely launch them. I'm going to put on 3 5/16 gold metal beads, and then I'm going to get my skirts on. So I'm first going to, these two skirts are the colors are obviously the same, but this is kind of a single skirt, and this one is a banded skirt, so it has two sides to it. And so I'm going to put this one on the bottom, just because these single-sided ones sit so well on your top or your bottom bead, I guess that would be. So I'm going to feed these on, and this this Freedom skirt is really thin, but I kind of like that. It's going to be a thinner bait, but I kind of like that. And it's just a little bit longer than that top one. It's a little uneven, sometimes you get that, but I'm going to get this bad boy bent up, and we'll see you soon. Okay, so now when finishing off your inline, to make the other loop on the bottom, I'm going to show you the steps of how to do that. So when you make your inline, the loop that comes with it is going to be the top, and then you're going to bend out whatever you don't need. And the first rule when you're doing this is you want to make sure that on the top of your bait you leave a 1/4 inch or less to allow that Clevis to spin without hitting the top bend in your wire. So I've got these little pliers that help create kind of the nice little loop. So we can just pretend I left this blank so that you're going to be able to see everything well. So I'm going to take this right at the bottom where the widest part is, and I'm going to bend it about parallel with itself. And then I can take it over to my little screw here, and I'm going to want to make sure that this blank line is down towards me. I'm going to bend it, holding the other one, about 45 degrees off of my screw, and I can take it off. Now it'll get a little crooked, so take a pair of pliers, and you're going to straighten that out. You're going to go back to your screw, and you're going to rotate it 1, 2, 3 is usually good. You can go 4 if you want. Now I've got all of this tag end, so I'm going to take my wire cutters, and I'm going to get as close as I can to that bottom part, and I'm going to snip it off. There will be a little piece sticking out here. You can mash it down if you want, Really the only thing you want to make sure is that you come back here and straighten this out again, and you will have your inline ready to fish. Alright, wire's bent. I've got a size 3 round bend treble. This is a little bit of a shorter shank than kind of their typical ones. And I've got a 20-pound split ring that I'm going to go with. I almost went with 15. 15 usually does the job pretty good, but I had a couple 20s sitting right here, so there's your, I wouldn't, with an inline, I'm not making this trying to necessarily mimic something. It might look like a fish swimming in the water based off some colors that you put on and stuff like that. I'm not going to say that because this is a fire cross skirt that it's trying to mimic a crayfish. I think inlines are more of a reaction bite or like a territorial kind of thing, and so I wouldn't call this like a fire craw. But the gold and the red, and it's longer and thin, I kind of like that, with the big blade, big gold blade, and that little red weight. This is a good one. Junior's Fishing Company, juniorsfishing.com. See you in the next one.